All right. Alright, first we're going to do water, right? So you want to bring your sugar, cornstarch, and water up to a boil until the sugar dissolves. I think I'm in camera view. Let's see here. I think anybody's watching. Yeah, nobody's watching, so let's just wait a few minutes. Alright, so we're going to do it times 4 here, so I need 4 cups of hot water. I like to use hot water here because it helps the corn syrup fucking get out of the measuring cup a little bit easier. So let's do this hot water here. Two cups hot water. Right. We're doing it times 4. Is that going to be enough? I don't see why not. Should we do it times 6? Nah, let's just do it times 4. Alright, so 2 cups hot water. Times 4, so 4 cups of white corn syrup. Alright. You want to use a really clean pan here. Even if your pan is clean, just go ahead and wash it out one more time. You don't want any funk in here when you go ahead and do this peanut brittle. And then 8 cups of sugar, because we are doing it times 4 here. Measuring cups. Alright, 4 cups. No, times 4, so I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring this to a boil. Obviously don't turn it all the way on high, because otherwise it's going to burn. So start low, and then we can slowly increase our heat. But yeah, we want to put this over our flame, or just bring it up to a boil. It's going to take about 8 to 12 minutes for your sugar to dissolve. But then once the sugar dissolves, then we're going to go ahead and throw in our butter. So let's start with that. this up. You want to do your best not to get too much sugar on the sidewall, because otherwise it might burn. So since this is peanut brittle, it is going to take a while for this to come up to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and start on my next set as well, next candy set as well, which is cookies and cream fudge. So for fudge, we want to boil some water and melt our butter and chocolates and our sweetened condensed milk and just bring it all together. Super easy. So what you want to do first is bring the sweetened condensed milk up to temp with the butter, melt all that over a water bath, right? And then add the chocolate to it. If you do all three at once, it's going to take too long and your white chocolate is going to separate prior to melting all of it and heating everything up. So let's go ahead and just get a pot of water going. Find a bowl that fits. That fits well. Go ahead and fill this up. See? Only 4 ingredients. Super easy. Alright. Get this going. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our sweetened condensed milk in here. So right now I want to do a times. Do I want to do a times 4 or times 2? I think I'm only going to do a times 2. So we need 4 cans of sweetened condensed milk. So I'm going to grab that real quick. Four cans. Alright. So we got 4 cans. Or, they do sell larger cans as well. So really it's 28 ounces for a single batch. That's what, 56 ounces for a double. But these come in 14-ounce cans that I got, so I just need 4 of them. Okay. We want to make sure we get all of it out of here. This would be a big factor if your fudge is not creamy enough, right? Because if too much of the sweet condensed milk, or if you don't add your butter, fudge is really kind of temperamental. I find. I know it's temperamental and forgiving at the same time, but you really want to stay on point here. I think fudge is kind of like a sourdough, where if you throw it off too much, it's just not going to come out well. My personal take. I know somebody will disagree with me, but can't please everyone. Learned that the last few months. Let's check on our, while you're doing my peanut brittle, you want to make sure that doesn't burn. So we want to not consistently stir our sugar and corn syrup and water, but every once in a while, right? we got our peanut brittle going back there. Happy little accident. Premature. Okay, we want this to come up to temp with our butter. So what do I need? I need 2 teaspoons of butter here. There we go. And then we're just going to put this over a water bath and get this up and hot and up to temp. So let's go ahead and throw it onto our boiling water. All right. While that's going to come up to temp, let's go ahead and get our chocolate going. So I need 1,440 grams of chocolate. I normally buy this in like 25-pound boxes, but Cisco shorted me, so this is what they decided to send instead. So this is what we got. All right, 1440. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Okay. Okay, we put this off to the side. I'm still doing peanut brittle, so I'm gonna measure out my peanuts and stuff. I've everything measured out for the fudge already. We're just waiting for our sweet condensed milk to come up to temp. Then we'll add in our chocolate, melt it all down, and then bring it to set. And I'll bring the camera over there when we do that. But right now we're still prepping stuff out. The sugar is still dissolving for our peanut brittle. Alright, nuts. Great. The fuck? What do I need? 10 4, so I need 8. got our peanuts portioned out here. Chocolate. So yeah, our sugar is almost dissolved, probably a few more minutes though, and then we will add our butter. Big mistake I find when people make peanut brittle is that they don't cut up their butter well, so they just like throw the whole thing in the butter, and then it kind of throws it off because you'll have too much melt off before the other. So I like to cut it all up. It doesn't have to be super even or anything, because we just want to melt it all. Get all the butter in there, right? Done with this. You know, for the most part, it's not too hard, right? Making peanut brittle or fudge. It's just really just the waiting for everything to come up. Because we need to bring our peanut brittle all the way up to 305, right? So this can take a little while, and if you do it too quickly, you're going to burn the brittle. So it's a fight between like time and like not doing it too fast, right? So and then the way I base the fudge, right, is for the butter that we put in there. Once the butter melts and incorporates into our sweetened condensed milk, then we can add our chocolate in. If you add it in too soon and it melts for too long, the white chocolate will separate, and then your fudge won't come out well. Not a single person, man. It sucks. What's going on here? What do we got? No views. What a bummer. Not a view at all. Alright, and then find the pan you want to portion your fudge into, right? And you definitely want to line it with parchment. Sugar is almost dissolved, right? And as soon as the sugar dissolves, we're going to add our butter, and we're still working on our fudge over here as well. the sugar's almost dissolved to add the butter to it. Alright. Gosh, I hope this goes up to, yeah, it goes up to 450. Okay, cool. I was worried I didn't have a candy thermometer, but this instant read thermometer will work out. So we got to bring our brutal up to 305. Okay. So we're gonna get set up with our Oreos next. 1 second here. Our sugar and water is almost come to a boil, so then we can add our butter for our peanut brittle, our fudge. The butter is almost melted, so we can add our chocolate here in a few minutes, and we'll go from there. I might throw this for the camera over here in a second once I add some of this stuff in. But for now, since we're still kind of prepping our candy over here, I'm just going to keep you over here for a minute. That, butter, peanuts, chocolate, and we're doing cookies and cream fudge, so Oreos. Again, low and slow for peanut brittle. If you bump it up too fast, you're going to burn the sugar, and then it's shot. So we don't want to do that. Again, and then also if we were putting our chocolate too early into our sweetened condensed milk for our fudge, before it comes up to temp and our butter melts, it'll separate and then it'll ruin your fudge. So don't do that. Thanks for the one person watching. You're the real hero here. Appreciate it. Okay. Alright, this is starting to boil. I know you can't see it because of the pot over here, but I'm going to put my butter in now. Obviously, you don't want to just splash it in, get napalm all over you, so do this gently. Ooh, just like that. Ooh, I almost got myself in the eye. Oh. Ooh. Okay, I think I might bring the camera over here now. Okay, so here's what we got going on. All right, here is our fudge that we're working on, right? Want to let this go ahead and melt all the way through. Definitely don't want to bump this up too fast and let everything burn. We want to bring this up to 280 before we do anything else with this. And then same thing with our fudge here, right? If our butter hasn't completely melted yet, so we want to let that keep incorporating before we add our chocolate. Hey, thanks for the view, really appreciate it. Still trying to get those hours. All right. So this is starting to look good. I'm not seeing any more butter in here, so this tells me this is nice and warm to add our chocolate in now. So again, since we're making cookies and cream fudge, I'm not going to use dark chocolate or milk chocolate. If I was doing like a walnut dark chocolate, I would, but for fudge, for cookies and cream, obviously we want white chocolate. Again, we don't want this to go for too long because then our chocolate will separate, especially white chocolate is mostly fat, so it separates a lot faster. So we're gonna kind of just give this a good stir and then kind of let this do its thing. And then we're gonna check over here on our peanut brittle still. So we just added our butter and whatnot. So this still has got quite a while to go. We gotta bring this up to 280 degrees before our next step. So that's why we got a couple different Christmas candies going so far. We're gonna set this here for just a minute. I'll let this come up to temp. So fudge, super easy, sweetened condensed milk, chocolate, butter, and then whatever kind of fillings you want. Another really popular one is milk chocolate or dark chocolate, really. Dark chocolate and toasted walnuts. I really like that one. That's another good fudge. But cookies and cream and mint and chip fudge usually seems to go the best, so that's what we do. Again, not too long on here, right? Because otherwise our chocolate will separate. Just until it melts. Can't forget about our peanut brittle over here. Got to keep stirring that. Thanks for the 2 people watching. You guys are the heroes here. I know we're not a huge stream, nothing, but thought I might as well do a live video while I am making some candy. At least I'd consider. Would you consider fudge candy? I don't know. It's almost there. We've still got, obviously, some of these little chocolate chunks here still haven't melted. Just trying to not burn it. Keeping it moving. Butter's doing some work over here for our peanut brittle. You can see that's starting to go real well. We're going to bring that up to 280. All
Alright, this fudge is almost done. Probably just needs like 2 or 3 more minutes sitting up here to melt this chocolate. And then we'll add our Oreos in. And then let it set. Almost there. Get our Oreos ready over here. And then when this does get up to temp, we definitely want to be quick like Bunny to get it into whatever you want this fudge to mold into. So actually I'm going to turn the heat off here because the boiling water is still hot, obviously, but I don't want any more heat into this. Alright. That's looking good. I like that. Now we're going to add our Oreos in. I do like keeping this over the heat just a little bit while we're getting this in, because otherwise the Oreos being cold are going to shock this fudge and set it up too much. So that's fine. That looks like cookies and cream to me. Looks like it's enough Oreos in there. Alright, so then we got to get it into our mold pretty quickly while keeping it warm. So I know it's all wobbly here. We don't have the professional cameras, just the kitchen. All right, so obviously you definitely want to use a parchment paper, okay? I just use a hotel pan. Here's the money shot. Sweet. And you can use any kind of mold, any can. Really, the world's yours on what you want your fudge to set up to be. But to get nice like squares, for bite-sized squares and stuff for this, obviously I need to make it into something that's a square. But a cake pan works, whatever works. But definitely want to get this moving, because if it sets prior to getting it squared off, it's never gonna work into a square. Also, this is going to be the bottom of it, so we don't need this to be all nice and pretty up top. Just try to get it as level as possible. So that's why I'm taking my spatula, coming back and forth. Try and get it as nice and even as possible here. Go to all the corners. Sweet. There you go. That was took me less than a half an hour to bang this out, and then we're gonna let it set. I would suggest overnight, but minimum like, gosh, I want to say minimum like 4 to 8 hours until it's nice and cool. I don't put this in the fridge until it's already cold, but once it cools all the way off, you can wrap it, put it in the fridge overnight, let it set. And then we can flip it out, and this parchment paper will just peel off like super easy. And then obviously the bottom will be flat versus this, so then when you cut it, you can serve it with the flat part up, make it look all nice. All right, I'm gonna put this in a nice cool spot, let it cool for a little while, and then we're almost on our next part for our peanut brittle. So 1 second here. Okay, so we want to bring this up to 280. We lost all of our viewers. Nobody wants to watch. Hey, there we go. All right, so we're making peanut brittle right here. We've already got, we brought our corn syrup, water, sugar up to a boil. We've added our butter. So we need this to come up to 280 before our next step. But occasionally you want to stir this so it doesn't burn. So let's go ahead and temp this and see where we're at. All right, so we are at 230. So we need another, what, 50 more degrees to go. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Give this a nice little turn. Nobody's here, so it doesn't really fucking matter. Nobody watches my shit anyways. Alright, where we at? Where we at? $230. Still got a little ways to go. As soon as we add our peanuts, we're gonna switch over to whisk. I mean, a fucking spatula. All right. Nope. Whoa, shit. That would have sucked. Imagine I dropped this into there. That would have fucking really sucked. You can zoom in on live videos? Huh. That's new. Whatever. Nobody watches. Nobody watches. Here's what it is. So let's check our temp here and see where we're at. Making peanut brittle, so this needs to be at 280 until our next step here. So where are we at right now? We are hitting that 235, still going, 236. Yeah, so we still got a little bit of ways to go here. Let's see. So while that's going up to temp, I kind of want to talk about the industry a little bit that I think a lot of people don't understand, although nobody's watching. Oh man, dude, getting these hours are fucking difficult, I gotta say. But yeah, in this industry, a lot of hard work, a lot of weekends. Obviously it's Saturday right now and I'm in here, which is fine. It's my own opinion, or I mean, it's my own thing. But fuck it. God damn it. All right, let's see where we're at with this temp. $240. So we still got quite a bit of ways to go. All right, let's go ahead and check this temp. See if we're close to 280 here. Making some peanut brittle. We just knocked out our fudge. We need this to come up to 280 before we can add our peanuts in our next step. So I totally get if we're losing people here. This is yeah, 246. So we still got about 34 degrees. Math is hard. To go. Definitely low and slow with peanut brittle. If we bump it up too high, then the bottom's gonna burn. And then we're gonna toss our whole entire work here. So yeah, just nice and low and slow here while we make our peanut brittle. Kind of got a couple things going on in the background here you can't see, but always multitasking as one does in the kitchen. for anyone wondering, I will post it a little bit later. My chicken scratch of a fucking recipe here. That's right, you can zoom, although I'm messing it up. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. Just out of curiosity, can we? So we're gonna go ahead and check this temp here and see where we're at. So we gotta bring this up to 280. See where we're at here. All right, so we got to check this temp here, see where we're at. Got to bring this up to 280. So we're getting close. We're at 267. So we need just a little bit longer here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow, all the fun things. Really appreciate it if you guys like, subscribe, comment, follow. We're just gonna go ahead. We just checked it, so it's 267. Try and get to 280 here before we add our next step. Let's go ahead and check our temp here. $280. Sweet. So we got our mark. So that's what we're shooting for. So now we can go ahead and add our peanuts now. Also, if you keep your whisk with your peanuts, you're gonna have bad time. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it over to a spatula. So let's go ahead and get our peanuts in there. Give this a good mix here. Nice, this is looking good. It's coming out great. Try and keep it off the sidewall here as much as you can, because otherwise it's going to burn on the sidewall. Definitely don't want to do that at this point. Also, these peanuts are going to shock this this mixture here. I know we were just at 280, right? But with these peanuts being cold, this is going to drop it way back down. So let me show you. Oops, here we go. All right. Just barely break in. 215, 217, 218, 219. Yeah. So see, we drop way back down under 220 with the cold peanuts in there. That's just bound to happen. I'm just saying this because you would think that like bringing it all the way up to 305 and we got to 280 would make it quick, but we got to start this over, quote unquote, and bring it up to 305 now to get that nice hard crack we're looking for. So we are on a waiting game again, but as soon as this hits 305, we'll get to our hard crack and add our baking soda in, put it on our parchment to let it cool, and then break it apart and portion it. So we're getting there. I know this is a long process, but low and slow with peanut brittle. Otherwise, if you go too fast with it, you're going to burn the bottom and you're not going to have good candy. So low and slow. And with the peanuts in there now, we definitely want to, before we weren't stirring as much, but with the peanuts in there now, we definitely want to come in here and stir it often. It doesn't need to be a consistent stir because I have it on such low heat, but with the weight of the peanuts, it will burn if we don't go ahead and stir it. So we're back to a waiting game now. So if I lose you here, I understand. But I do have some prep in the background and whatnot. So I'm gonna grab my parchment, set that all up, get my baking soda and whatnot for our next step. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Let's go ahead and tell, what is that? That is peanut brittle. Thanks for checking in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all the fun things. With my very bad camera angles here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this off the sidewall so it doesn't burn. Gotta remember, we gotta stir this more often with the peanuts in than before when we were waiting to get it up to 280. So let's go ahead and check our temp. We're shooting for 305 now. Looking for 305. I doubt we'll be there. Yeah, got an over 100 degrees to go here. Starting to come up though, slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Go ahead and get this nice good. Turn. Getting there, getting there. Nice, slow and slow. Let's see here. Again, kind of a little waiting game here. I will recommend the bigger the pot, the quicker this warms up, right? More surface area versus like a smaller pot and it being deeper. So. Got a little prep work back behind me, so haven't forgotten. Nice. We're getting there. If you missed our fudge, I'll show you our fudge here in a second. Our cookies and cream fudge here turned out phenomenal. You missed out. Still setting up real well. Working on our peanut brittle now. You can see a couple peanuts there, a little toasty, but that's all right. That's what I mean by making sure we're stirring this more occasionally than without the peanuts in it. Speaking of, let's go ahead and stir this. Ooh, getting hot. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's go ahead and check our temp now. See where we're at here. Still looking for a good 305. I doubt we'll get it, but let's see where we're at. You always want to do right in the middle as well, but not on the bottom where the flame is, because obviously the sides are going to be much hotter than the center. Yeah. Whew. 40 degrees hotter on the sides than the center. Let's go back here. Oh wow, we're already back up to 280, 286. 290? Nice. All right, well, we're at 295. We got to get to 305. We're almost there. Probably here, I probably wouldn't leave this for too long before I was walking away doing multiple things, but at this point, you don't want our, all this hard work, we definitely don't want our peanut brittle burning at this point, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick right here. And then when we go ahead and add our baking soda to this, we're going to go ahead and switch back over to the whisk. Real close here. $260, $270, $285, $290, $292, $293. Definitely hotter on the outside than the center, but we get the full thing here at 305. And if we don't get it to 305, we're gonna, it's just not gonna have that nice craft that you're looking for in a peanut brittle. So we just gotta let this get all the way up there. Don't cut it early. Slow and slow. $220, $230, $240, $250, $260, $270, $280, $290, $299. Go here 300. Go here 300. Ah, 300. Almost there. A few more minutes. Like right there. Like right there. Shooting for 305. We're almost there. Let's see. 303, 305. 307. All right, cool. We're there. 305. All right, so our very last step here is to use throw in our baking soda. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take it off heat. All right, so we're gonna be quick like Bonnie here after we put it in here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we're doing a ×4. All right, nice color change. Nice, nice. It's looking great. The last step here. Stay with me. We're about to pour this out. Nice, getting that baking soda activated here with this nice heat. All right, go ahead and move this camera. All right. Get the money shot here, as it's called. All right, now obviously this is extremely hot, so be careful. Good. Yep. Ow. So I touched it. We need one more parchment. All right. All right, a little tip here, unless you slide your parchment from time to time, obviously this is like 300 degrees, so it'll retain heat underneath it. So from time to time, every few minutes, I just move it up, right? And then a few minutes later, I'll move it back off the heat, back and forth. So nice, our fudge came out great, our peanut brittle came out great. Now all we gotta do is just let it cool down. So we snap it all up and portion it. So yeah. Soak the pot unless you want to like hate yourself cleaning this pot. Okay, nice little recap here. So, what we got a peanut brittle done, we got a cookies and cream fudge done. Just a little recap on the peanut brittle, right? So you want to bring your sugar, corn syrup, and water up to a boil until your sugar dissolves, right? Then we added our butter, brought that up to 280. Then after that, we added our nuts, brought that up to 305, a hard crack, right, for candy. And then we went ahead and put our baking soda in there last. Fold it up, put it here, and then we're just gonna go ahead and let this cool down before we crack it. Don't touch this unless you want third degree burns. That'd be really fun. And then same thing. I like to put my fudge in once my fudge cools all the way down. We're gonna wrap it, put it in the fridge overnight, let it fully set up, and so we portion that out. But if you enjoyed this stream and then whatnot, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and whatnot. And I think I'll catch you on the next one, unless you guys want to sit here and we'll wait for this to cool down and I can crack it. That's always fun. Cracking peanut brittle is always fun. Let's see here. Just cooling down, almost ready to crack. But anyways, just want to say thanks for everyone tuning in, and I think these are gonna take a lot longer to cool down than I think. So I can go ahead and just end this here and start cleaning up. So thanks for everyone tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.